Neale Brennan joining us this morning from the Key Center Foundation. Glad to have you here.
Good to be here.
Good holidays, and of course, always a lot of fun at the Key Training Center during the holidays.
Amazing, and I tell you what, this was really an experience for me because I'm on a different side. I'm kind of like seeing it from the background and everything. And I tell you what, the people that make the things happen, whether they're the staff or the volunteers or just the people in the community, every time you turned around, it was like Christmas every day. It was I love Citrus County, I tell you, I really do. And
hats off to a lot of folks who make things happen. We'll start with the folks over at Bush Family Services.
What a family and what a business to pull that off and everything. And they're just so humble about it. And we're sitting out there looking at this unbelievable tree and the night that they had and everything, and they're just like, oh, it's our pleasure, we like doing this. And it's just like, wow. And of course they were able to contribute, you know, by selling those
ornaments on the tree. Yeah, that's a great program.
Oh, and it was an exciting evening, and it was a great way to start the season. And I think everybody that came was touched. When those lights went on, it was like, okay, this is Christmas. This is nice.
It really is. So many, you know, we've had so many fundraisers over the years, and you say, well, we've thought just about of everything, and then folks like Bush Family Services comes up with a new idea, and that was our Tree of Hope, and we had a great lighting ceremony a little ways before Christmas and put up the tree. It's about 30 feet tall. I'm sure people still have the opportunity to view it for a few more days outside our foundation offices.
You know, another person who came up to did something different this year was Debbie Davis in the city of Inverness with the Santa Stocking Squad. And this was just an idea we had, and I think a lot of people don't understand that the clients here at the Key, although they're adults, they're very much into the childlike part of Christmas, and stockings are very important to them. But I think during Christmas a lot of people want to do more toys and everything, so there's an element there that kind of gets left out. Well, the city of Inverness just says, no, we're not going to leave them out. They are all going to get stockings. And they collected, went around, made speeches, got donations, and gave all of the residents stockings, but they were shampoo and deodorant and soap and things that they could use. And she stuck gift certificates in there and they were beautiful, and just I'm hoping we can talk her into doing it every year, because I think it was a surprise for them and just such a special gift.
And the look on their faces, of course, when they get something like a nice stocking like that, it's just unbelievable. Yeah. We also had, during the course of the holidays, we had a nice caroling event, which took place at the Chet Cole Life Enrichment Center.
I heard they had a pretty good Santa Claus there.
I heard that, yeah. Santa Claus showed up, and they had a nice big crowd turned
biggest
out
crowd we've ever had
for the folks, and our clients were on stage. They had rehearsed quite a number of Christmas carols, and it just made for a fantastic program, a great production. And
everybody
in fact,
here,
there's a picture of all of the carolers up on stage.
They were so excited. And I tell you what, if you miss sight of what Christmas is all about, you just need to go to one of these and just understand that actual excitement of being able to sing. And of course the place was all decked out with the trees and the lights, and look at all of those Santa hats and the red, and the smiles on the faces are unbelievable.
Now all the folks on the ground floor, of course, are in wheelchairs, but they got involved too. And everybody was singing great holiday favorites during the Christmas caroling, and then Santa Claus put in an appearance afterward, and they had some hot chocolate and different things, cookies
got their pictures
and punch.
Taken with Santa.
They got their pictures taken, and it was quite an event.
What was a real blessing too was to see the faces on some of the parents and the caregivers that were there to see this, because I think, you know, even a decade ago, that kind of opportunity might not have been available for some of these men and women that have the developmental disabilities. And there they were, seeing their loved ones just absolutely having a blast and singing and happy and smiles, and it was like, wow, because of the Key, this is possible. So it was a real Christmas bonus there.
We got to say our hats off to Newton Harmon. He comes over at just about every Key Center event and takes photographs, and he just, you know, does an outstanding job.
And he's just so patient. He just doesn't even, you just ask him to do something, it's like, okay, and gets in there. And those pictures were wonderful, and they'll be keepsakes. I bet in every client's bedroom, I bet that picture is up there, you know, right by their bed saying, that's me with Santa Claus.
And he's been doing this for 20, 30 years, something like that.
Yeah,
So again, our hats off to folks like Newton who just, out of the goodness of their heart, come out, take pictures, and produce a picture individually for each of our clients.
Right.
And so many great ideas through the holidays. Now, we've got some events that are coming up that we've been reminding folks out there of things you want to mark on your calendar for the year because you don't want to miss them.
And it's a habit, you know, I gear myself toward, you know, my calendar, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, 2013, and it's like bam, 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 the calendar's filling up already.
Yep.
That is just amazing. We don't get much time to rest.
One of the things I know that I always put on my calendar during the holiday season is to make sure that I'm out to the Homosassa Springs State Park. Got out there on Saturday night, and they have the Deaf Hands Choir performing. Plus Sebastian's Light Show,
yes,
which was just fantastic this year. And I got to say, I got to meet Sebastian afterward. He programmed, I don't know if you've ever seen this.
I saw it, yes.
Did you see
Not
it?
this year. Not this year,
yes, because you were a little under the weather.
Yeah.
But he programmed the whole park, Garden of the Springs area with a light show that is in time with music when he was 14 years old.
I know. I wasn't even going to mention the fact that
he's just now entering college.
I don't even know how to plug in my own Christmas tree lights, you know.
Yeah, I have trouble with that too.
A bulb goes bad and I'm shot, you know, and this guy is just... But there again, though, is somebody that I think that spirit of giving and that community, it's like they're all just giving this. It's like, what can we do to make this holiday special for our community? And I tell you what, the attraction is just by far, it's just an amazing place. And the volunteers and all the groups and everything that come out and make those days.
Progress Energy during the holidays came out and did some work here around the campus, and our hats off to them because they keep things up and looking nice around
and
here.
Just came in and said, what can we do to help? And wow, was that a nice treat for us, because we said, oh well, there's some things you can do.
There you go. We'll have more about that when we continue. I do need to say good morning to Ethan and Michael too, who are out there watching, and we'll be back after this. Stay with us. Welcome back to Citrus Today. Again, Neale about about the holidays and the many things that the community has been doing for the Key Training Center. I mentioned just we were going to break Progress Energy. Each year they come in a few times during the course of the year, and they do different projects. I mean, whether it's painting or steam cleaning, the buildings, the windows. They're amazing people, and they also help us out during our telethon in July every year with supplying camera people, volunteer camera people who come in and help us run that. And again, they do a great job on those kind of things.
And they're just so nice to work with.
Yes.
They really, really are. They just come in and just are nothing's too small or too big. It's just, okay, we'll handle that, and they do it. Really, really fun people.
Vic Maldonado and his wife Maggie kind of head up the operation when it comes to the camera people for our telethon. But we have a great time with them every year. One of the other events that's coming up here soon is going to be the fashion show, and that's something
I'm really excited about this. Okay, and I am not usually the hoity-toity fashion show, and I don't want to. There's. The Keys is a little bit different, okay? It's wonderful fashions. We have Belk department store coming in today to do the fashions and this year, and they're just so nice to work with. And so we're going to have some really, really a good array of things to show the people that come. But we're really going to have fun with this one. We're calling it Hats Off to Spring. And I have to give Susan Gill, our supervisor of election, the credit for this. She's a real hat person. I mean, you know.
Yeah, oh, yes.
And she tried this last year. She goes, everybody should wear a hat. Well, this year we're making it that you get money off your ticket if you wear a hat.
If you wear a hat.
Yeah. Okay. So this we're trying everybody to, and we are even so into this hat thing that we're going to have a hat boutique that if you don't wear a hat, you can rent one.
Oh, hey, now that sounds like.
All right. So picture this now. We've got everybody, with hats and everything, which is fun. And so that'll add a little thing. And we're having it on a Sunday. It's going to be a tea rather than a lunch. And we figured this might get another group of people in this, so it's going to be on a Sunday from 2 to 4. So we figured that's a good time. Everybody, can make it in there. And what we're doing is, of course, when it's a charitable event, there's no calories, there's no carbohydrates.
You take all that out of the food.
You can eat anything you want. And we've got 4 organizations in the community that are having dessert tables. So you walk in and you're going to have these 4 big dessert tables, okay, that you can just go around and sample all of these desserts that they're going to be furnishing for us. And then we're going to have a tea and coffee bar too. So you can go to that with all different kinds of teas and coffees and flavorings and everything. So people can kind of just, mingle around and have all of this fun food while they're waiting for that. We got good music. Sally Adams is our going to be doing on the keyboard. She's just a wonderful musician, so we're going to have that in the background. We've got fun women that are doing our modeling that are just really, really into this. But of course, one of the things that does make this different, Dennis, is we also have the clients that model, and that's why I'm saying the Keys fashion show is just a little bit different, because we actually have them go in to our thrift stores and they select items that they want to model, and this is such a treat. But you get them on stage, and I tell you what, they shine. People love having them.
Oh yeah, it's quite a time.
Yeah.
One of the other things that was interesting during the holidays, you put out our regular newsletter, which is available to Key members. And how do they become a Key member, by the way, for anybody in the audience?
You can call 795-5541. Okay, and we will get you, and it's any type of a donation, and that gets you on that mailing list, and it also gets you, you get information about all the events and everything that are coming up. But what we found, Dennis, we put out a wish list.
Yes.
And it wasn't for money, and it wasn't for time. It was for things that you might have around the house that you're saying, I don't know what to do with this, but don't realize that we really could use here. And we got an overwhelming response from people just saying, wow, this is how I can help, the Key. We had some man who came in and gave us a whole setup digital cameras. I mean, just everything. It's beautiful. Well, we're going to use this for a camera photo training for our clients. I mean, and have them, we had a sewing machine donated. Somebody had it around their house and said, I don't know what I'm doing with it. But here at the Key, we use, you know, everything. People were donating things, you know, like this, and understanding that it's this kind of stuff that makes it, that all work too. So it was fun. So we're going to continue with this wish list. You know?
There you go. And again, you had it in the newsletter. The response to that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And if you would like to become a key partner, again, just call us up at 795-5541.
Yeah.
And we ask for a donation. You can make whatever donation you're able to afford, and we'll put you on our mailing
and
list.
It keeps them informed.
Keeps you informed of what's coming up. Now, people, you know, they don't totally understand the funding maybe of Key Training Center, and it's of course we get Medicaid dollars and federal dollars, which have been cut back, but also there are people that we service who are here on scholarship at Key Training Center.
Yeah, and what would happen to those people? A lot of these are our CREST graduates.
Yes.
Okay, that they've been taken care of in the school system by that wonderful CREST program, and eventually their goal is to get to the Key Training Center, because there really is no, they could fall off the cliff is what they talk about after that. And there's a time element there that after they graduate, if they don't get into the Key, okay, it could mean the parents have to stay home. It could mean that they lose out on their education. It could mean just a real vacuum there. But we at the Key know that it's important to fill in and to pick up. This is our community. This is the people that we want to help. So we offer these scholarships. So we are able to care for them, give them the education, give them the programs, give them the job training, the coaching skills, everything that they would get as a Key client, but are not on that funding formula yet.
And we have well over 70 clients who are on that scholarship program.
And I tell you what, until you talk to those parents and families, you don't ever understand how critical this is to their whole family, not just to the man or the woman that with a disability, but how it affects the whole family. And for us to be able to come in there through these scholarships that are made possible through donations, you know, it's another Christmas miracle we found.
There you go. We do so appreciate our community and your support. And again, thank you for tuning into this edition of Citrus Today. And we'll again say hello to Micah and Ethan, who are visiting from up in Michigan out this way. And thanks to all of you for joining us. We'll see you on the next edition of Citrus Today.